Hello and welcome to 847 Palm Bay Drive here in Ellisville, Missouri. Home is 3-bed, 3-bath, recently renovated. We are on a corner lot here, and one major advantage I can see straight away is beautiful new driveway and flat work. So it's a double driveway, and as I back up to get a little better view of the length here, there is space on this driveway for 4 cars. Unless you have 4 big, like 2,500 pickup trucks, then you probably won't fit all those on there, but you're probably looking for a farm if you have that many F-250 pickup trucks. Side of the house, vinyl on the sides with brick on the front, updated garage door, architectural shingle roof, back out at the street here. And we have the entryway. So it's an open plan floor plan, formal living room into the dining. I have a vaulted ceiling here. Dining room wraps around into the kitchen. Vinyl plank flooring throughout. We have the pantry here. It's a good size. And kitchen has a functional layout. Refrigerator, sink, and stove, making a good work triangle with a countertop here in the middle. And as always, I like seeing electrical outlets on these. There's some people who've built these without putting electrical outlets on, which mean that you can't use it for a stand mixer or something like that when you're baking, and it just really limits the practicality. So it's something that should be a given, but I've seen enough times when they've forgotten to put those on, so I like seeing that. Again, we have the coffee center over here, and contrasting color cabinetry, marble countertops, very extensive range of cabinets. So let me just come back this way so we can see from a full shot, if you will. And then we have the family room here. This is a very flexible living space as it extends back all the way the length of the house to the front door. There's a wood-burning fireplace here. And this does open out into the backyard, which is generally quite private. Shrubs and trees along the road there for added privacy and noise insulation. Oh, let me just pop back before I forget. This other side of the house here, the air conditioning. And as we come back inside, the family room. We're going to check out the laundry now. So it does have main floor laundry, which is right here through that little octagonal, there we go, window on the front of the house. Space for washer and dryer. Dryer vent exits through the floor there. And there is a floor drain, which again is not standard on main floor laundry. But as anyone knows how unreliable most washing machines are nowadays, it's a good thing to have, because it's not a question of when one's going to poop all over your floor. It's a question of when. Nice garage. And then we have 3 bedrooms here. First of the three. Again, windows have been updated throughout as well, as you've probably noticed already. You adjust that to make up for the bright sun through half the room. Bedroom 2. And there's always, the middle room's always the smaller of the three. It never fails. That's the way it seems like every house, no matter the floor plan, set up that way. Still has a really good sized closet. And you could fit a queen bed here, no problem, and still have room for furniture. So it's still a pretty decent sized bedroom. And this is the owner's suite. Let me turn that on. I'm struggling to get the ceiling fan light to come on there. But we have a nice big window overlooking the backyard, so quite private and shaded. And you can see in here we have plenty of closet space. And a nice bathroom. Obviously, mirror's not put up yet. That would be something that need to be added at some point for most people. And again, it does have a glass door, which, as I've mentioned in other videos, I like seeing because not everybody puts those in their renovations. Nice tile behind as well. And then we have the public-facing bathroom. Again, very similar design, nicely tiled. On the floor and the bathtub. The staircase here goes down to the finished lower level, where we have a family room, and this is a very flexible space. Currently, it's set up as one large room. Let me go into the back corner here so I can show the full scope of it here. And obviously, if so desired, it's not hard to install a partition either in line with this wall from here to here if an office were wanted, or one could do it over here along this, or just leave it as it is. And we have a dry bar here, which is like a wet bar but without a sink, because every time I've seen a wet bar, and I've been in hundreds of houses, and inevitably either the sink doesn't work or nobody ever used it, because you're not going to be washing out sticky glasses in the basement after partying. You're going to take them upstairs and put them in the dishwasher. So it's kind of a wet bar sink is kind of without a purpose in many cases. We have the electrical panel hiding behind its modesty panel. That was 2026. Always nice to see that's been updated. This era of house, they usually are, but you do come across some where they still have the original panel in there. And we have a very nice bathroom 3. So even the basement bathroom has been tiled nicely. Has a good quality of finish to it. Again, no mirrors at present, but that's a personal taste, I guess. People can pick their own. And then there's room here if we wanted to extend and you wanted to have an extra room. There's plenty of unfinished space available in this back basement to finish off and add an extra room somewhere or other. We have a sump pump. And let me show you. That's always a nice thing to see. I also wanted to point out this. People get confused when they see these, thinking it's something that's homemade. It's actually the opposite. So whenever we have basements and concrete, the only guarantee with concrete is that there probably will be a crack from time to time. And this is considered the professional way to have it repaired, which is called epoxy injection, which is a high pressure epoxy glue substance, which is shot into this through these little nozzles here, which are then cut off and then left in place. And then another one, then it's cut off when it starts oozing out. and that secures everything, and it tends to be the most long-term solution that I've seen work in houses. Again, there's other ways to do it, but that's the one that you want to see. When you see ones that are where someone's just put some glop over a wall, that's probably not the correct way to do it. Again, looking down here, HVAC and water heater, gas furnace, gas water heater, and we have a PVC stack. So those updates have been done at some points in history as well. So hope you've enjoyed this tour. Thank you very much, and do remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.